So my first year as Dancer Laureate for the city of Murfreesboro was fantastic. It provided me with the opportunity to connect with the city of Murfreesboro, both in my role as artistic director of Duncan Dance South and as director of dance at MTSU. We had a number of great projects last year. I was able to partner with the Discovery Center for their Arts in April event. We also partnered with Main Street Murfreesboro and presented a concert of dance on Civic Plaza that coincided with the opening of the farmers market. I also had the honor of dancing for the holiday tree lighting downtown in December. One of the goals for my first year as laureate was to find ways to bring dance into more visibility in the city. And I believe we got to do that in a number of ways. We danced outside, and we also danced in the City Hall Rotunda. The project that I worked on for our laureate theme last year, which was the Hope Effect, was a new trio that was in collaboration with MTSU composer Paul West Osterfield. And we're so excited that that piece is going to perform again this spring on Saturday, April 23rd in the Tucker Theater with live music played by the Stones River Chambers Players. So for this next year, I'm excited to continue to build more bridges in the city. I was able to teach a workshop in February at Patterson Park that was sponsored by the Rutherford Arts Alliance. We will do an in-studio showing for the Murfreesboro community at MTSU on Saturday, March the 26th of the Orpheus Reimagined project that will perform on Sunday, March 27th at the Parthenon in Nashville. I'm also very excited to explore the theme of resilience for the 2022 laureate year. I'll be working on a new choreography that explores dynamic strength, and this piece will perform in December in the City Hall Rotunda. We're also looking forward to the Greenway Arts Festival in the fall. Cam and I have been so excited that we're both returning in our roles as laureates for the 2022 year. We're in conversation with each other about ways that we can collaborate on some upcoming events, and you'll hear more about that as the year progresses.
So my last year being an Actor Laureate was pretty interesting. Our theme was the Hope Effect, and we just had the idea to really just instill hope in the community because we know that it was a really hard transition in the pandemic and really trying to bring the arts, especially the performing arts, into the space. And so it was very difficult, but it was super necessary, and it was a lot of fun just really having the opportunity to perform when I did. So got a chance to perform my show Blackbird at MTSU. Got a chance to do Learning with the Laureates, to do a little video of just sharing some of my works with the community, and also getting an opportunity to speak and do some of those engagements in person. Another project I got a chance to start on last year was a spoken word documentary on the power of voice in Nashville. And so this was a documentary that just really got to go to different people from different generations and talk about spoken word, the power of voice. So I even had a chance to interview one of the Freedom Writers. He actually passed away in August, and so getting a chance to interview him just a couple of months before he passed was super powerful, because to hear his voice and his side of things and to capture that and being able to have that for the community is super phenomenal. So very excited to have that information come out to the community soon. I transitioned from Actor Laureate to Poet Laureate, one, because I feel like there is a need in the community for more leaders in the literary arts. And we know that just with education, only 2% of educators are Black men. And that's a very low number, and that representation is very necessary for a lot of the students in the schools who are people of color, just so that they can see that there are more career opportunities in the literary arts, especially spaces like poetry and spoken word. It's very small, but very powerful. And the more that I introduce these things to the students, the more that they find and love poetry and spoken word. They realize that they're really creative. It's really cool to see that transformation happen. And I just feel like my leadership is necessary to go forward to push that even more. To help elevate them means that I need to continue to elevate myself. So one, starting there, but then we came up with the idea this year, the theme is Awakening Resilience. So we're coming out of just this hopeful space to pushing forward, having the resilience to really push forward, because we know that to get out of this pandemic, we can't just easily kind of slowly walk out of it. We really have to have the resilience to push through it and just really come back stronger than ever. And I know that the performing arts has been hit the hardest along with so many others, but right now it is necessary to really push new things, new boundaries. And so we are going to be doing a lot more with poetry, spoken word. Me and Meg are going to be working together, creating some great performances. I'm currently applying for the same grant that Amy Whitmore applied for with the Academy of American Poets. It's a $50,000 grant, so that would be very life-changing to really do a lot of the work that I'm really working on right now. But one of the projects that I'm trying to do with that is called metanoia, which is Greek, meaning changing the state of mind. And so this is going to be an immersive showcase that we want to do at the end of the year. It's going to have all kinds of just amazing poetry and performance going into it. As I take on this new role, one thing that I'm thinking about is heightening what we think we can do in the arts, and especially with poetry and spoken word. I know a lot of people don't think much of it. Most people haven't even heard of the word laureate. And so being able to introduce new titles, new positions, new abilities to the community, especially the people my age, I really just want to show that there are the opportunities here. We can work with the community and we can continue to create new opportunities if you don't see them. And so that's what I want to do right now with this position, is push the boundaries of what we think can be done, so that when the next person comes along, you can push it even further and continue to make a career out of it.